Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also follow me on Instagram at YB Speaks, as well as my TikTok page at YB Speaks. Okay? Girl, so I had no choice but to take a day off from the gym yesterday. My body and my mind were like, girl, we understand that you are trying to accomplish some things. We are proud of you, hello God. We stand with you, hello God. But bitch, you need to sit down. You need to relax. You need to unwind, okay? You need to recharge. Hello, God. You know, we get it. You know, we totally get it. We understand the drive and the motivation, and we give you a round of applause, girl. A standing ovation, girl. But you are human. Hello, God. There's only so much that you can do before you end up tapping out. And I'm not gonna lie, when I went to the gym, today is Thursday, so I went to the gym Tuesday. That workout left me dusted, disgusted, broken, and confused. Okay? And I just had a feeling like there's no way I can do this Wednesday. And honey, I went home and I just crashed. I had no choice but to sleep, but to rest. Because I don't know if I talked about this in any of my most recent videos, but for the past 2 weeks, it's been kind of difficult for me to sleep. Again, I'm pretty well-rounded. I don't have any, mental shit going on, emotional shit going on, okay? I feel pretty good. I feel pretty aligned. It's just the physical part. I think I've just been running myself ragged, to the point where it's just like, all right, you are a flesh, you're a human, girl. Chill the fuck out. Take a day off. And that's what I did. So I was back at it today. Really wasn't feeling it, but nonetheless, I had no choice but to do what I had to do. Yeah, but moving forward, I will give myself like a day, to kind of like rest, because they do say, especially when lifting is involved, your body needs, rest. It needs time to, chill the fuck out. So I don't know, I'm just not trying to stop. You know what I mean? Like, y'all been following the journey, like what I be talking about, just I'm scared to go back. I'm scared to stop. I'm scared to fail this go around. I don't want to fail this go around. So I think I'm so caught up in that I'm putting my body and my mind at risk. So I'm gonna dial it back a little bit, chill out. I'm quite sure pumping myself full of all that pre-workout is not healthy either, okay? So I'll pick a day. Yeah, I'll start picking a day to just chill. Maybe the middle of the week is good. Maybe Wednesdays might be my chill day. I just want to make this announcement real quick. I highly doubt, the elderly watch me, but if you do, and you're one of these people that I'm talking about, and even if you're not, share, spread the word. Nobody wants to see your sagging ass hello God, your saggy balls, your saggy titties. No one wants to see the wrinkles of time, bitch. Past, present, and future. Nobody wants to bear witness to all that is you. Okay? I'm leaving the gym, you know, my routine. I wash my hands, and there's just these couple of old guys that balls to the wall, girl, balls to the floor, girl, balls to the ceiling, girl, the east, you know, the west, the north, and the south, girl. You know, I don't know what the fuck. This is not a bathhouse. We are not in Asia. Hello God. This isn't like some ultra club. You know, this is Planet Fitness, girl. This is a gym. Hello God. I know back in the yonder years, girl, hello God, ye olden days, that might have been acceptable in thine sight, but it is not acceptable in thine sight today. If anything, I swear I could have gone blind. Y'all old people are a little bit too comfortable, right? People still go into saunas and steam rooms naked. And I guess let's just round up everybody in this, even the God bodies, right? Even the mediocre bodies, even the bodies that would be considered acceptable in thine sight. I want to let y'all know, we don't live in that time no more, baby. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, and I'm glad that we can, you know, hold balls, hello God. We can hold hands in unity, and I respect the nonchalance, the I don't give a fuck attitude that you have. But if this was like an exclusive club vibe, you know, guaranteed, you know, 21 or older, gentlemen's club or whatever, I could somehow see that. But again, we are in a place where young people dwelleth. I don't think that the young people want to be scarred for life because they just saw your scrotum dragging around the floor like Santa dragging that big ass red bag around. You know? I don't care what gift you felt like you were giving, return to sender. It's just disgusting at this point. I don't want to see that on any level. Again, I understand that a lot of y'all are stuck in World War II. I get that a lot of y'all are stuck in a time where that was acceptable. And I understand that it is still kind of acceptable today. But I think we need, require, and desire a certain level of privacy, a certain level of decorum, a certain level of respect. Because like I said before, it's not like there's an age restriction. You know, teenagers come here, young people come here. And not just to save their fucking eyes, hello God, not to protect them from having nightmares. Okay? I think it's for everybody, because I don't want to see that either, and I'm a grown-ass man. Even the God bodies, like, you know what, hey, I like to see, but like, I just don't think that the gym, these types of gyms, and I know there are those like upper echelon gyms that have that vibe. This isn't that, girl. This isn't that. So I just ask that y'all please, you know, refrain, hello God, from exposing yourself in such a way that will leave a bitch scarred for life. Okay? You will have a bitch begging for purgatory to just singe and burn this image out of a bitch's mind. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now moving on. Child, It is with a heavy heart, hello God, that I am here to announce that Irv Gotti, the founder, the CEO, hello God, the creative genius behind Murder Inc., has passed away at the age of 54 years old. It was reported that he passed away yesterday. They're not saying exactly what it was, but let's be honest, it doesn't take a scientist, a doctor. If we've been following him, recently, we will know that Irv Gotti has been stricken with a bunch of, health issues. I know he talked publicly about his struggles with diabetes. We do know that he suffered a few strokes, and that before his passing, he was walking with a cane. I want to say this. I know that this man was a cunt. I know that evil dwelled within him his life. I know that this man probably was on the angel of death's list for a while now. But when I tell you this man had the 2000s in a chokehold between Ja Rule, Ashanti, Charlie Baltimore, Lil Mo, hello God. There was another one. Damn, I forgot her name. But those are just to name the ones that I can name at the present moment. You know what I mean? When I tell you that was, he had it on lockdown. He had the game on lock. The Ashanti and Ja Rule combination, hello God. And then when he got tired of Ashanti and he ended up using J-Ho, and we cannot deny that this guy had something. He had an ear for talent. He had a wonderful business mind, in my opinion. Even though he led with a very Suge Knight type of persona in his business dealings, let's tell the truth. The man made some hits. He definitely was a part of musical history. But two things come from this, right? The first thing that comes from this is you have to be mindful on how you live your life and how you treat other people. Because you never know. Hello, God. You never know the ways. Let us count the ways in which the karmic wheel will spin on your motherfucking ass, bitch. I've heard for years and years and years and years, and we've heard testimonials from the likes of Ashanti and other people that Irv Gotti was indeed a motherfucker. He was grimy, he was dirty, very demonic and devilish on how he approached situations and people. So again, let us not be surprised, because you never know how Miss Karma, hello God, Miss Destiny, is going to come for you. And what kills me is that we have someone who has the means, the status, the resources to live a better life than most. You have access to the doctors that we could only dream of having access to, the funds to pay, hello God, the resources to be able to be fruitful on your mission to health, being your primary wealth. And I think in these situations you have these dudes who think that their wealth supersedes health. Girl, what? So knowing, when you know, hello God, when you know, like we talked about with my journey, even though I found out, the fatty liver was not cancerous. when you know you are given the opportunity to then do better, bitch. So, you weren't taken out by gun violence. You weren't taken out by street law. You were taken out, in my humble opinion, by your own hand. Because you failed to do the due diligence. You failed to listen to your primary care physician. You failed to listen to your body, hello God, and your spirit. Because you more than likely felt as if your status and your wealth were above health. Girl, please. Girl, please. "54 years old is still young in my opinion. But as we see with the food, with a lot of the chemical trash that America does not mind feeding us, it's just not safe. And again, when you are of the status, you know, the wealth, you have the resources in abundance, the connections, hello God, you're able to live a lot better than the rest of us. And the fact that I feel like Irv Gotti did not take advantage of that, because a lot of the shit that he was suffering from is reversible. We've seen the proof. We've seen the many documented cases where people have been able to reverse their diabetes, where people have been able to reverse, you know, congestive heart failure and all kinds of shit, cancer, like you name it. We've seen the proof. The evidence is evidencing in that regard. But unfortunately, a lot of people like us, i.e. poor, we're not able to do it like that. So when I see people like Irv Gotti just squander their life, hey, but on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? Who am I to interfere with what, you know, karma has in store? Because like I said before, it's not like the man has lived a squeaky clean life. It's not like we've been dealing with some saint. We didn't lose a saint. We didn't lose someone who valued other human life. We talked about this with Vaughn. Shit, we had this conversation with Lil Durk. I don't feel sorry for these people. YFN Lucci just got out. Everybody's praising him being released, but let us not forget he's a murderer. Young Thug, you are embedded in organized crime where it has been alleged that people have lost their lives because of you. I do not celebrate these people being released. I do not celebrate these people in their long journey, hello God, to leave death, chaos, and confusion in their wake. T.I., all of these people, y'all love to celebrate these people. Irv Gotti, let us not forget the strenuous, demonic relationship that you've had with the streets. More specifically, the things that are being alleged that you did towards 50 Cent. The things that you've done towards women. Let us not forget the trash that you talked about Ashanti in that Drink Champs interview that you did last year. This man was a horrible, horrible, horrible individual. I do not feel bad. I feel bad that music has lost an icon, a legend, hello God. But girl, that time has since passed. And I do feel like there comes a time where we have to start really looking at these people, you know, for who they really are. Yeah, it's okay to celebrate the music and the impact that they've had on the culture, and that's great. Because we can't lie. He gave us some things to look back on, some legendary moments, some legendary people that he put in our path. But we cannot forget, girl, the things that you've done, the things that you've allegedly been a part of. So I'm sorry, I do not feel bad that this man has passed on, especially, you know, the way that he passed away because of health issues. It'd be different if this was just some random, act of whatever. But you've been known that you needed to get your shit together as it relates to your health. You took it for granted. And that's a larger conversation I think people need to start having when it comes to men and their health. What the fuck is the problem? We already, not we as in me, but as men, y'all still believe that washing the crack of your ass makes you gay. I've heard multiple stories of men saying they don't want to get their prostate checked out because they don't want someone digging in their ass. Girl. So you don't care about your life? You don't care about your children, your wives, your, whatever you got going on in your situation. You don't care about that? It's called preventive measures for a reason. And I'm not saying that was, Irv Gotti's, point of view. I'm just saying, though, you hear it a lot. This is a big thing, and still in 2025, even though we have irrefutable proof that prostate cancer is gathering the kids much earlier than what it used to. And we got to link that to the food, hello God, in the environment. We just got to tell the truth. Because there should be no way in hell 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds should be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Especially at the rate they are now. They're advising that people start getting prostate exams a lot earlier than in their, late 40s and 50s as previously, prescribed. So I don't know what it is with men, and I see it along, a lot of the people just go for their yearly physicals, and that's great, but we got to start getting these panels done, these blood panels done, these screenings have to be done. And if you have health insurance, preventable care is 9 times out of 10 going to be free. It costs you nothing. So if it takes for a medical professional to dig around your asshole to help you out real quick, like, hey girl, or taking that blood panel, or taking that x-ray or that MRI to check for cancer, blood clots, potential, congestive heart failure, all the things. Why wouldn't you? Especially if you are of, an Irv Gotti's status in life. You have the resource, you got the coin to see some of the best doctors. So I do think that it's important that we get back to, educating our youth, especially our young men of color, hello God, to be more specific in why it's important to go to the doctor. And this is the thing I'll be talking about too. You have a lot of people nowadays who, we're trying to fight this free healthcare shit for a reason. A lot of people don't even see the value in going to the doctor because they don't have free healthcare. I know y'all think $25, $30, $60 copays ain't nothing in the grand scheme of things, but it is. $30 to $60 is a lot for some people. And insurance premiums are expensive as a motherfucker right now. Imagine adding dependents on that motherfucker. It's going to be even more expensive. So a lot of kids these days they're just going to get that regular checkup that's needed, required, and desired, hello God, for them to just go to school real quick. And then when these kids get grown themselves, they don't even go to the doctor. So I do think that, it's unfortunate that Irv Gotti lost his life, but I think this is a good opportunity to learn some shit. Hello God, let's take stock of this moment. Because a lot of what I'm hearing about, in my humble opinion, was preventable. They say he was not taking, actions to, ensure that his health was at the top of the list of things to do. Even while having strokes and walking with a cane. But like I said before too, who are we to interfere in the possibility that the karmic wheel rolled over on his motherfucking ass? But that doesn't mean we can't take away something from his death. Which is definitely the conversation of health. being your wealth. Your actual wealth means nothing if you're not around for it. Hello, guy. And I just want to say this to 50 Cent. You know what? Do you? I know a lot of people are angry at you because you're trolling this situation. But if the stories are true and Irv Gotti and his people did those things to you, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But I want you to also know, we also know that 50 Cent also lived a life prior to his rap career blowing up. He also lived a street urchin type of life. So don't be laughing over here when you know that you might have your day coming soon too, bitch. Again, we talked about that shit with King Von. Girl, he was a serial killer. And y'all talking about some, Dirk gonna slide. Who gonna slide for Von? Girl, the angel of death slid on his motherfucking ass because it was his time. Y'all be getting wrapped up in the glitz and glamour and the celebrity of people, forgetting that, girl, some of these people, like Lil Durk and them, they've put hits out on people. They were serial killers. These people were psychopaths. But you're so in love with their music, you forget that, oh shit. Now I listen to NBA Youngboy. I live for that. I live for him. But girl, he got some shit in his history too. Lil Booty. Hello God, y'all go up for Little Booty, but y'all forget Murderer. Hurricane Chris got all this mouth, that crispy ass mouth of his. Bitch, Murderer. Hello. And isn't that crazy? Nobody killed Irv Gotti but his damn self. But again, who are we to question the karmic wheel? Or if this was the karmic wheel and the angel of death pulling his card. Hello. Anyway, on to the next thing. Girl, so this lady, child, leave it up to a black woman from New York. I think she is from New York with that accent. Leave it up to a black woman from New York to gather the girls. To get the girls slapped together, okay? And let's just roll this clip real quick so y'all can, see what I'm talking about.
What is this for?
My dear American
Listen,
sister.
I'm from Pakistan. Respect to the law.
Okay.
Respect for the law.
Okay.
Respect to Allah. And
Okay.
respect to God. Do you hear me?
Bas.
Listen, he talked too much. That's it.
Yes, that's it. Yes, yes.
Listen,
Oh.
you
Yes.
talk too much.
Okay.
We don't know what you're saying.
Acha.
Pakistan needs to be reconstructed the right way. Do you hear me, guys? Listen. Be quiet. I'm not sitting down. My plan is to reconstruct this whole country, okay? I'm not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. I'm asking for 100K. That's a demand to the government. The government is gonna fix up these buildings, fix up the streets, and clean up these streets. It's ridiculous out here. I do not like it. This is a nice hotel. She's the owner right here. Thank you. She's
I'm not the owner. Sorry, ma'am.
Go get the owner.
2 seconds later.
Y'all can shut this hotel down because they cheat people and they take people money. You can pay all the workers in here $50K a piece every 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
This is good. Pakistani people is good.
Yeah.
Our country is very good.
I love you. I don't live here. I'm chilling.
All right. So obviously this woman is touched, right? She's mentally unstable. You can tell. But honey, when I tell you that if we had to vote anybody in to be the Secretary of State, girl, let's think about it. Y'all are already confirming, psychopaths, rapists, drunkards, and fools to some of the highest seats in the land, hello God, you might as well take on Miss whatever her name is, girl, to be Secretary of State. Hello God, foreign relations fish. Because the way in which this lady has been over there since October of last year, girl, just like, I'm not even going to say she's causing chaos and confusion. I'm just saying that she is not scared. And the way in which these people are showing her kindness and love, and they're being really good to her, it says a lot, right? And it's okay to laugh at her delusions. It's okay to laugh at the fact that obviously something is wrong with this woman mentally. But let's just really think about her being over there and us seeing all these videos of her. What does that mean? That means that Pakistan is not this place of death, hello God, anti-American, hello God, anti-black, it goes to show you that all the propaganda and the foolishness that they feed us over here in the States about people from the Middle East, it's just a bunch of lies and foolishness. That lady's been over there since October with an expired visa. Who's been taking care of her? Every time we see her, she look clean. She's well fed. She got her phone in her hand. I don't know if she got her own coins or if the coins ran out. And mama, obviously the coins must have ran out because she's around here demanding $2,000 a week, girl, and all the accoutrement needed, required, and desired, girl, to live a lavish life in Pakistan, girl, okay? I find it interesting. I find it funny. But honestly, like, I really do believe that there's a connection there that if you don't see that, if you don't feel that in your spirit, the way that it seems is, and mostly men were behind her. Mind you, they make Pakistan feel like, girl, if you're a woman there, you girl, they finna make that booty loose against thine will. Off with her head type shit. Hold her for ransom type shit. Violence towards her. None of that. This woman looks untouched. If anything, it looks as if they're protecting her. Honey, she got my vote for Secretary of State. Hello, God. Like a boss. Went over there, girl, with all these men. And now, mind you, how do they view women in these particular places? The fact that they gave this woman a spotlight, the fact that they gave this woman an outlet to speak whatever her truth, was at the time. I'm hearing reports that, she's home safely and they do have her in a mental institution. Apparently her sons were, begging their mother to come home. Apparently, child, I guess, in her mind, she was going over there to marry some 19-year-old. It didn't work out. Some catfish shit. The boy and the family, moved out abruptly and wanted nothing to do with this woman. So she decided to stick around. And, here we are today. I think this is very wholesome. Again, I understand that there's a seriousness to it as well. But, like, to see how well this woman was treated, I think this goes a long way in changing the narrative about the Middle East, Pakistan to be more specific, as we talk about this story. I live for it. I live for every bit of it. I live for the way in which it seems as if this woman was protected. They looked out for her. And even if it seems as if they indulged her foolishness, I'm here for it. And again, when you look out into the crowd, you see mostly men. Now, I don't know what these men's intentions were, but not once did I ever hint or smell, ulterior motives. There may have been, but from what I can tell, this woman was unharmed If anything, she wanted to stay, which is a sign that they must have been treating her well enough, hello God, in order for her to want to stick around. Not once did this woman ever say that she was in fear for her life, that she was harmed in any way, or even threatened. If anything, she was the one over there running the show. Hello God, she was demanding the coin, girl. And from what I heard and from what I saw, honey, they were giving it to her. They're respecting, honey. And this goes to show too, this is why I feel like black women need to kind of run the country a little bit. Because the way in which mama was over there gathering the girls, and you can tell when a bitch, when they start talking with their fingers, girl, and they're pointing, and they do their little necks like this, and they start giving you that tea, that rundown vibe. Oh, honey, you're gonna listen. No matter what the foolishness was that came out of her mouth, the fact that she got the attention that she got on this level is amazing. And two, I think this sheds a different light on Pakistan as well. I think this kind of, coverage, media coverage, has done them some justice. Because you let our government tell it, girl. They're just a bunch of savages over there. I hope those people get some type of medal or some type of recognition for really looking after that lady the way that they were. 5 months. A ghetto New York black woman in Pakistan. Think about how huge that is. Think about the seriousness of that and the funny shit that goes along with that. And since we're talking about like foreign relations vibes, I just want to have this discussion real quick. These Congress people are hooping and hollering over these microphones. Elizabeth Warren and the rest of these old dried up prune cunts are sitting up here trying to boot and rally the girls against Elon Musk and his associates, hello God, and what they were able to do by walking into a federal building. Apparently this happened last Friday. Elon Musk, I want y'all to really think about the seriousness of this. Elon Musk, a private citizen, he is not an elected official. He has, in my opinion, no power whatsoever to even do what he did. So follow me on this real quick, people. Elon Musk and a group of 19 to 25-year-olds, from what we heard, ran down on a government facility, locked people out of their computers, dismissed them, and began to run their own little audit. Now, mind you, this particular government facility, the type of information these people had access to was all of our personal, private information. Again, this man is not an elected official. He is a private citizen. And the group, I think it's Doge or whatever, is not even real. It's an idea that was thought of, but that type of situation has to be voted in by Congress. So we have an illegal organization ran by a private citizen. Someone had to have given him the keys, because how in the entire fuck does a private citizen who's not an elected official gain the passwords to lock out these government employees from their systems? Then we have these crypt-keeping ass bitches yelling like crazy drunkards over these microphones, talking about how what he did was illegal. Someone had to give him the power. And why the fuck are y'all sitting up here on these podiums screaming at the top of your lungs when really you should be getting Capitol Police, the CIA, the FBI, the U.S. Marshals to arrest these people for what could be considered a hostile takeover, also known as a coup? Now, this furthermore, how the government and these Congress bitches continue to put their foots in their mouths, honey, their feet in their mouth, however you want to say, girl, I don't give a fuck right now. I saw today you had another crypt keeper, dried up prune bitch, sitting over here talking about how Elon, thank God for Elon Musk, because him and his cronies were able to unearth hundreds of millions of dollars in wasted taxpayer money. God only knows how long this has been going on. So shout out to Elon Musk and his unauthorized group, his illegal organization, for figuring this stuff out, because this person said they had no idea this was going on. They had no idea that funds were being allocated for these particular programs. Huh. Well, thank you, sir, for letting us know that the supposed people that were elected have not been doing their fucking jobs from the beginning. Thank you for if this is true, thank you for letting us know that y'all have just been wasting taxpayer dollars by just existing in the positions that you hold, that the taxpayers pay for. So what the fuck y'all been doing over there on the Hill, girl? What y'all been doing in these meetings, girl? So Elon Musk, in a day or two, was able to find out that the U.S. government was wasting taxpayer dollars on foo la la. And you guys are praising him. You're hailing him. But the real question should be, is what the fuck y'all been doing all this time then? And why isn't the government being audited on a yearly basis anyway? It shouldn't have took Elon Musk and his band of merry men to figure this out in a couple of days. It's the job of you guys who are elected officials, who we have given power to have been doing the job that this man was allegedly doing. So by you trying to make some big statement about praising and hailing, Elon Musk, you just threw you and the entirety of Congress under the goddamn bus, because the real question should be now from the American people, what the fuck y'all been doing this whole time then? And American people, please do not sit here and be sheeps to slaughter, bitch. The big bad wolf has already let you know that it is disguised as the grandmother. Do not be Little Red Riding in the hood, girl, and be a dumb bitch. And look at us, we're just going along with it. The outrage of it all. Everyone is against Elon Musk, and as you should. But the bigger question should be, all this time, you crypt-keeping, dried prune-faced motherfuckers been sitting around here playing on our goddamn time and our money, bitch, for how long? Nancy Pelosi, Maxine fucking Waters, Jasmine fucking Crockett, AOC, all of you fucking crusaders for Christ, bitch. Right? You have the Americans people, Elizabeth Warren, all you cock-eaters, sitting around here talking all that bullshit. So what the fuck have y'all been doing? That's the biggest question now. I no longer care about what Elon Musk was able to do, because if you ask me, he was just the catalyst, hello gone, to bring some real understanding to the lack that, girl, y'all ain't mad about that? Please tell me y'all mad about that. Because that's what the fuck we should be mad about. Thank you, Elon Musk. And if you ask me, this is all Trump. How, again, we have to talk about executive powers and what they can and cannot do. Congress has to approve all the things that this man has been writing up with his pen, down to the fact that, again, seriousness. A private citizen, an unelected official, the Doge Group, in order for them to be viable, in order for them to have any type of validity or power whatsoever, that group should have been voted in by Congress, which they were not. So we have a shadow government taking over the real government. That is illegal. That is a crime. That is treachery. Everyone should be in prison. Under the Patriot Act, all these people should be locked the fuck away. And a true investigation should be done on Congress, dating back for however long these crip-keeping, prune-faced bitches have been in those seats. And if it is found that there's been a bunch of impropriety going on, whether they knew about it or not, lock these bitches up. It is time for a new day. And if this does not start some type of revolution, girl, we are truly sheeps to the slaughter, bitch. And we deserve everything that is coming our goddamn way. If we don't stand up for this level of foolishness, in the words of El Teddy, this level brand of fuckery, what does that say about us? They want us to be patriotic. Well, now's the time to get patriotic, because these girls have been violating the Constitution. They've been violating our rights since. Girl, please. Anyway, drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Until the next video, y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. Take care, y'all, and bye.